If you go by these guidelines, you will hold your very first handstand. Hello humans and welcome back to the Tao Way. I'm Antonio and now we're at part 5 of a 6-part How to Handstand series. So if you missed any of the previous parts or my wrist routine, you can find all those videos with the link in the description of this video. So by now we are in the intermediate phase of learning how to handstand. We should have good alignment, we should be warming up the wrist, and we should have a 60-second chest to wall handstand, and we should be able to start to rebalance if we fall over or if we don't kick up enough. So now in today's part 5 video, we're going to go over actually holding a handstand, rebalancing in the handstand, not just going for reps, but holding. Also, if you did not know, I offer online coaching to a select number of students, and we go through a complete movement practice from the hand balancing to locomotion to upper body strength, lower body strength, coordination, spine, everything. So if you want more information on how online coaching works, you can go in the description, you can find my email and send me an email. I will give you all the details on online coaching and how it works. So by now we should be a little bit more comfortable on our hands and a little bit more comfortable in the handstand position. So if you watched last week's video, part 4, you would know double toe pulls and double heel pulls. We are going to use a variation of the double toe pull into handstand hold that will hopefully help you hold your handstand more consistently. So up to this point, you should have been working with the reps from double toe pulls and double heel pulls. I would say you should have at least 10 reps consistently on both of these exercises before you do the balance in this video. If you do the balance before you get to that, I think your handstand is going to be a little bit too inconsistent for this phase. So go back to those double toe pulls and double heel pulls for reps. Once those are consistent, 10 or above, then come back to this video and get into the balance of a handstand. So for this one, we call it a double toe pull into handstand hold. We are going to go exactly like the double toe pull from part 4 of this video. You're going to go into a chest to wall handstand. From here, the toes are going to be on the wall and you're going to lean forward, pushing the weight into the hands and maybe a little bit lean in the shoulder. And you're going to glide, float those toes off of the wall into a handstand position. But instead of coming back to the wall, we are going to stay in the handstand position for as long as we can. Maybe that's 3 seconds, maybe that's 5, maybe that's 10. And you can do reps of this hold, or you can do one long hold, come down, and then repeat it for sets. We can also do this in the double heel pull position, but the reason I don't like this is it puts our body in a curved position already. If we do double toe pulls, it puts us in a more straight line. If you're already curving, I don't want to encourage that curve, so double toe pulls is the best option. But if you have fear of falling over, you can definitely do the double heel pulls to a handstand hold. Just keep in mind, I would videotape myself from the side and make sure I'm not arching too much if my mobility allows for it. So for these holds, you should be doing at least 3 seconds. I would say maybe even 5 seconds at the least, and at the most it can even go to 30, 45 seconds before you start kicking up consistently. And as far as sets go, I would do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets, and as far as frequency, I would do anywhere from 2 up to 4 days in this phase of this practice. And now let's get in how to program. So you're getting more of that intermediate phase into holding the handstand for the first time. So first, wrist routine. Okay, if you haven't seen that video in my description, wrist routine for 10 reps, 2 sets, no rest. Then we go into the alignment. You can pick the prone or the supine handstand alignment for 60 seconds, 1 set. Then into chest to wall handstand, we are trying to get the alignment we want when we balance. So everything keep in mind, pushing the shoulder to the ear, grabbing the ground, looking between the hands, squeezing the butt, everything. Think about this in the chest to wall and then put it into the next one. So 1 set of chest to wall. After chest to wall, then we can do 3 to 5 sets of the double toe pull to handstand hold of 3-5 seconds up to 30-40 seconds, something like that. And I would try to accumulate at least 30 seconds of holding in the beginning and then working up to accumulating 60 seconds over those 3 to 5 sets. Then at the end of those 3 to 5 sets, then we do a cool down of 50 reps with the first knuckle raises in an easy position. The reason we do this is to bring blood to the wrist, to the forearm, to help heal the area and prehab the area so you don't get injured, because on a handstand you are putting a lot of weight on the upper body, a lot of weight on the wrist, and it can lead to injury if you don't take care of it properly. And the one thing you want to keep in mind is consistency. I think when people learn how to do a handstand, they just kick up here and there, and sometimes you get a 5 second, 0 second, 10 second. It's just inconsistent. So I would work with at least 5 seconds. If you can't get a 5 second consistent handstand hold, and by consistent I mean 7 out of 10 attempts you're able to do it, then I would go back a progression, or you need to do something else special. This is where my online coaching would come in handy. I would be able to give you a personal practice in, oh, you need to work on this, or let's give you this exercise. But this is an overall kind of progression that most people will be able to go from part 4 to part 5 with time. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below and I will answer them as soon as I see them. And stay tuned for part 6. We're going to finish this series and we're going to get a lot of people handstands. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe now, and part 6 will be out next week. This will be ending the handstand series.
Hooray. That's the session.
And that's the session.